trouble. 3 dogs of trouble. Well, as of this afternoon, it appears that all the goats have survived. They're going to be okay. We're keeping an eye on them, but they look like they're all right. Everybody's starting to get back to a version of their self from before the zombie apocalypse. Hopefully it'll stay that way. We're going to have to be more vigilant when we go in there and we set things up for them to go into an area to clear it out. We thought we got everything out of there, but we missed one bush of mountain laurel, and that was more than enough. Now I need fencing. I'm going to put some fencing around this barn. I'm going with temporary rope fencing. I'm going to use that electric twine, electric rope, and some pigtails. I got to heavy up the corners. I've been doing a couple of things I saw online and they're not working for me, so I went and got some rods out of the orchard and I'm going to drive those in, and hopefully that'll give me enough support that I can hold the things up from my corners. I just need a small area here so that I can move the goats out of where they are now into this tomorrow and start training them on this new style of fencing. I saw Greg Judy do this online where he had one standing up and another one leaning into it so it kind of braced it. I keep trying to do it and I keep having problems with it, so I'm taking this fiberglass one and sticking it in here. The problem is we have a lot of rocks and stuff in this soil, even though it rained, which makes it much softer. The last 2 of these that I put in with my foot broke. Hopefully that won't happen this time. Yeah, that went in pretty easy. So we're just going to use that and these heavy duty fiberglass rods from the orchard so that when I run the string around this thing, I don't have to worry about it pulling it over. That will hold. And basically I'm just going to zip tie these 2 together. Aya already seems to have taken a real shine to the barn. She came down here yesterday during the rain and hung out in there. That's half the battle. If I get the animals to take to it quickly and think of it as their shelter. I'm getting something buried. It is not going easy. So the question is, it ain't coming back up either, so I guess this is where it's going in. Leaning out a bit, but I will zip tie these together and they will be just fine for the corner. There we are. All right, one more corner to do. See how I'm gonna get this thing started on here. Let's do something creative. See what we got here. Let me start going this way.
Okay.
Now, I ain't sure what to do with this one. Really figure out a way to do it without touching the metal.
So can't I do the fiberglass bowl again?
We can. We got to get around it. Lift that up?
Yeah.
Get some string here. Let's see if I can make a little slip knot or something. Here. No, through this hole. Pull. Well, we've made it around, all the way around, and we're heading back. I'm gonna pretend I know what I'm doing, but obviously I don't. I've never done this before. Like I said, I watched some people online. They made the corners look easy. I couldn't pull it off, so I went ahead and did it a different way. This is semi-permanent, meaning it's gonna be here months until my shoulders is good enough that I can come out here and drive in some real fence posts. And that might take 6 months, I don't know. Might have to hire somebody to do it for me. Don't like that idea because I'm cheap. The string on this spool ran out. Japan is coming out here with some more string. We're gonna patch them together. I got these connectors. I've never used them before, but the concept's pretty simple. It's a conductive housing for the connector. You put one piece in one way, one piece the other, and you clamp it down. It should continue the circuit. I've seen some interesting videos out there where people pull all the wires out of the connector and twist them all together. That might not be a bad idea, but that's not what I'm doing. But right now I'm not worrying about it because it should work.
Yeah. We're just trying to get online.
Trying to get her online.
Do you wrap around?
You just go through the top.
Okay. Keep going.
See what's going on. Well, I think the fence looks pretty good. Tomorrow, Jafan's gonna help me drive some grounding rods in. I've got a fence charger inside the house that we've been working on. It's on a mobile cart. And I've ordered one that's permanent. That will be the one that charges this area forever. So if we can get the grounding rods in tomorrow, one of those should be here. One should be here tomorrow, supposedly. The other one we've already got. I can go get it all hooked up tonight and use it tomorrow. And we can get the goats moved over here. Right now, we got a little something we want to drop in here for the goats to play on. I'm gonna see if I can get the excavator started. I think I can drive it with my feet. If I get it started, you gotta move the truck, darling. All right, I can do this. I can do this. As long as those snakes come out here and wrap themselves around my legs, I should be all right. If they do, I will scream like a small child. Nice. There we go. When the goats come down here, they like jumping on it. Here's my question. How many snakes are underneath this thing right now? Can't believe I don't see a bunch of them. Roll it closer to me so I don't flip over. Then I'm gonna drop it and bust it open to see if there's any snakes inside of it. I don't want to carry a bunch of snakes up there for the goats to play with. Well, let's see here. Doesn't look like there's anything underneath there. Alright, let's pick her up and take her. Biggest concern, I'm kind of busting it apart by squeezing it too hard. Looks like this gives the goats something to play on. They can jump up and down on this thing. Ain't fancy, but now it's got a fence. We'll put a few more things out there for them. Put a couple of those spools next to it. Got a fence charger. It arrived today. I want to get it out here on a post. Jafan has got to dig that post. I just can't do it. I simply can't. But with one hand, I think I might be able to drive some of these grounding rods. At least I can get it started. The plan is to have that fence post sit right here, face due south, because it's solar. It's going to run right to the first grounding rod, another 10 feet to the next grounding rod, another 10 feet to the third grounding rod. Theoretically, 3 is all we're going to need. So if that's how it works, that's awesome. That's going to be the permanent setup. We're going to build the permanent fence around this one, and we'll just connect it right on over to that permanent fence, and that is months away. I want it like right about here, because I'd like to have it inside the fence so that the goats will eat the grass around it, and I never have to weed eat it. Here we go. Yeah, I guess we'll see. I'm already tired. got something to say about that. Ain't happy. Now I gotta get a sledgehammer and finish the job. I believe that's gonna take me the rest of the day. You doing, pretty girl? Just coming to check on me, make sure I'm okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. You're so pretty. You're such a good girl. All right, go on. Go on. I need to bang on this thing some more. All right, you too. Go on, crazy pants. There we go. That's one. And this is a waste of video, so I'm just gonna turn it back on later. Good timing.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Okay. Perfect timing.
Actually,
Yeah.
I need you because you have 2 arms. I need a trench about that deep dug between each of these. That way I can lay the copper in it
Okay.
and it won't get caught on anybody's feet.
She's not helping you?
No,
She's
she's providing
not.
moral support.
That's it?
Yeah, she came and checked on me when I was resting to make sure I was okay. About 2.5 feet. Usually you want to have 1/3 in the ground, and we're probably only going to have it sticking up out of the ground about 3-4 feet.
Hope.
I've asked that question a lot.
It's hard to get the dirt out because
You're in there enough. Fun. Thank you. We're gonna come out tomorrow morning, and you're gonna cut this for me.
okay.
Just says it doesn't need to be so tall. So aim it just like that.
How am I gonna cut it?
Saw.
What saw?
Reciprocating saw.
Oh, okay. It better be electric.
It's electric, but it's
Yeah.
not gas.
Or not.
You're not using chainsaw. We're not doing that.
I have my limits.
I'm not telling you can't use a chainsaw. I'm just saying if you don't want to use a chainsaw, I surely am not trying to tell you you need to use a chainsaw. All right, that does it.
Ah. Cut
It's in there. Make sure I'm not going offline too much here. We're out here working, trying to get the fence in. And this little demon right here, since the fence is not energized, chewed through the fence.
Demon dog.
We're gonna repair it, and then I'm gonna energize it, and she ain't gonna chew through it.
Look at her skipper.
Now I need you to make this cut right here.
Oh,
I can't do the sideways cut. I mean, I cut this, but it was kind of rough and ugly. Line right here, you're gonna cut straight in this way,
Okay.
and then this this piece right here in the front
Okay.
should come off.
Okay.
All right, rock it forward so you're in a straight line. Go. Stop.
Okay.
You're tipping the blade up.
Okay.
It needs to be a flat, straight line. So rock it back. Here, come around this side, because you're gonna have to cut across. You can't do it. You're angling the blade up.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
All right.
Okay.
Should be cut there. A little more. All right. Good to go.
Oh my gosh. I think my cut's prettier than your cut. Look at this.
I have one arm to work with.
You're gonna keep using that excuse?
Yes. Yes, I'm gonna keep using that excuse.
Okay.
And set it right here with the back of it.
Like this?
Mm-hmm. Set it up on there.
Babe, it's not gonna fit
Hold on. Move it in here like this.
Okay. How's that?
It's good. Right, now you hold it up there and lift this off.
Okay.
Ain't working.
You and your one arm?
I'll hold the top. You put that screw in.
Okay.
There you go. And then you want to put that. It's going to get smashed back down.
Okay.
All right, can you cut this straight back?
Yeah.
Hold that side down.
Yeah.
Make sure it doesn't come up. There
Oh,
we go.
You did it.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Woohoo!
Okay.
All right, thank you.
We're good?
We're good. The way this fitting is, I can just stick this piece of copper through here and then fasten it down and it'll clamp onto it. Well, I should have good connectivity. Plenty of connectivity with that center post because you got all the nuts and fittings and stuff. And you got a piece of metal above it that it's grabbing hold of. And that should do the trick. All right, bring this over here. I need to fasten this to the post. Ouch. What are you doing, big girl? What are you doing? You gonna stay clear of that fence once I get it energized, or it's gonna light you on fire. You ain't gonna like that. Come on through here. Hurry up. Come on. Come on. Come on all the way through. There you go. Okay. We'll have this fastened right here, right up here. Well, that's about half of it. I've got to go get a piece of insulated wire to connect the charger to the fence. And then I'll be able to set it up, and we should be able to, after of course I repair this piece over here, we should be able to turn it on and test it. When I bought these, I didn't even know what I was going to do with them. I just thought they'd be something handy to have in a pinch. And yeah, they are. They're a little too handy. All I did was take this insulated wire, thread it up where I'd wrapped around here and through this zip tie, and I am just going to connect this, which will make me live. It's in the off position right now, thankfully. It's not going to hurt me yet, as long as the lightning doesn't strike and set me on fire. Connect this right in here. Looks like I should do it. That is the positive. You can see that I can slip this through here, and then it's got metal connectivity on it. If I can just turn this and hold it in place. There. That is there, squeezed between the two metal pieces. Should be good. That's my theory. Assuming that I did everything correctly, and that I don't have another spot somewhere around here where Roe chewed her way through the fence, we should be ready to go. I'm gonna guess they shipped me a charged battery. I've only had this thing out here for a couple of hours, so it hasn't had time to collect enough solar energy if it wasn't charged, but usually they come charged. And there's your off, there's your on. You can see I've got all the wiring done on it. I think it looks pretty good. And that right there is facing due south. Nice clear line of sky, so we should get plenty of solar energy here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this thing on. The only thing I didn't think about is I'm standing right next to this fence when I turn it on in order to look at the front of it. It is what it is. We're gonna see what happens. All right. Stick this on here and see what it says. 6.6 thousand. That's hot. 8.3, 9.3, 9.4, 8.9. That is a smoking hot fence. 9,000 volts with 3 joules. You do not want to touch that. I'm gonna call it good. Since storm seems like it's rolling in, I am gonna go get some grain, bring the goats back out of that little paddock we had them working, and put them back in their pen. You guys have flies, what on earth? We gotta do something about that. They're pushing it open, squeezing through. There they go. It's about 3:30. I'm calling it a day. Actually, I got to get them some water. Okay. That hurt. Try that again. Ridiculous.
You just like
I only have one glove because I was only working with one hand. So I can let you borrow my glove.